No, estábamos hablando, él iba a pelear con Pedraza y él dijo que después que peleara con Pedraza iba a no pelear, que él no era Shakur.
All right, so he said in that FaceTime they had, Keyshawn had said that after Pedraza that he was gonna fight Edwin next, and he's not no Shakur.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So Edwin Los Santos and his team, they break their silence on a possible showdown with newly crowned WBO lightweight world champion superstar boxer Keyshawn the Businessman Davis. And they revealed that Keyshawn Davis had told them that he is no Shakur Stevenson, right? We know Shakur Stevenson, Olympic silver medalist, undefeated 3-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, and reigning WBC lightweight world champion. Shakur Stevenson, he took on the Dominican star title contender, Edwin Los Santos, who is 16 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 14 wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. They fought November 16th of 2023, which is actually supposed to be Shakur Stevenson versus Frank the Ghost Martin. But Frank Martin pulled out the fight, and Edwin Los Santos replaced Frank Martin, and they fought in Las Vegas November 16th. With that said, Shakur Stevenson won a unanimous decision, but many people deemed it to be a lackluster performance on the part of Shakur Stevenson, who is now 23 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, right? They deemed that fight to be extremely boring. They landed a total combined 107 or 108 punches combined, right? So it wasn't a lot of action, but it was revealed that Shakur Stevenson had injured his hand after the fight. He had injured both his hands, and he didn't engage, right, because of that. Edwin Los Santos is explosive. He's a knockout artist. So, Shakur, he played it safe. And he got a lot of flack and a lot of backlash for that performance. You had the likes of Tank Davis come out and said that it was boring and he was scared, but at the same token, Edwin Los Santos is dangerous. Many people said that, that Shakur Stevenson is scared to engage with power punches. But with his fight with Nakatilia, he did the same thing. He didn't want to engage. And it was deemed to be a boring fight because he was scared of Edwin Los Santos' power. So Keyshawn Davis, who just beat Dennis Baranchik in February for his WBO first title, and prior to that, he beat the knockout artist Gustavo Lemos, who arguably beat Richardson Hitchens prior to his only loss. And Keyshawn knocked both of them out in dramatic fashion, right? He stopped Dennis Baranchik in the 4th round. He knocked out Gustavo Lemos in the 2nd round. And he promised these things, that it was going to go that way. He's now 13 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach. Now, I truly believe his arm reach and his height has grown since BoxRec has just not updated it. But that's what Keyshawn Davis is hinting at, that he's going to stand and fight. Shakur Stevenson is more defensive minded, right? And I know people are going to use this to put it against, put them against one another, because again, a fight that we want to see is Keyshawn Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. That's a fight that the fans want to see. 2 of the best fighters at 135, and it'll be a unification bout, but they got a close friendship and relationship, and they view each other as brothers and say they need $200 million to fight. Edwin Los Santos viewed as the boogeyman since he brutally knocked out Jose Venezuela El Rayo after being floored himself and getting up, and he came back and he, knocked out El Rayo. He's viewed as a boogeyman, right? And he's young. He's 24 years of age. Nobody wants to take he's a high risk, low reward. But Keyshawn Davis is an absolute dog to his core. and he don't mind. So he's taking on all challenges. So his first opportunity to defend his title would be against Edwin Los Santos, who he sent a contract to. Right? He has now sent a contract to Edwin Los Santos. And he told Edwin Los Santos, all you got to do is put pen to paper now. Right? And we got to fight. We got a showdown. So as far as him saying that Edwin Los Santos said that he told him that he's no Shakur Stevenson, that's as far as him exchanging, right? He's not Shakur Stevenson. He's right. He has boxing ability and skill set like Shakur Stevenson, but he is very much so way more aggressive than Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a lot more defensive minded than Keyshawn Davis is. And so he's right. He ain't Shakur Stevenson. And he will make an absolute statement if he knocked out Edwin Los Santos like he did Gustavo Lemos and Dennis Baranchik. Right? People said Dennis Baranchik was too small, too old. People said Gustavo Lemos was, overrated. Well, he knocked out Edwin Los Santos. They're going to have an excuse. They're going to say, well, he was inactive. But man, oh man, that would be a statement, a marquee statement made by Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. So, again, when people hit me up and they said, hey, Keyshawn throwing shots and throwing jabs at Shakur, telling Edwin Los Santos he ain't no Shakur. Well, he's not Shakur Stevenson. It's not a jab at Shakur Stevenson. He's telling the truth. His style, his approach is completely different than that of Shakur Stevenson. Period. He's way more aggressive than Shakur Stevenson. He's way less defensive minded, but he's still slick on defense than Shakur Stevenson. Period. He's not. There's no harm in telling the truth. I ain't Shakur. You not. He's right. Doesn't mean that he's saying that he's better than Shakur. I'm pretty sure he views himself as such. He won't say it publicly. As a competitor, I'm pretty sure he will. Or he does. But this would be a great fight. Edwin Los Santos versus Keyshawn Davis. I want to see it. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. I'm gone. Peace.